Hey, hey guys, what's up? It's JP here, and I'm finally back with another video. And this one would be just to announce the winner of my set giveaway. So, Holy Fudge, check, do sign in into your game, right? I've added you in game. Add me up, congratulations. Now, your story sounded a little too familiar here. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Um, but yeah, so I'm just giving you the set because you have a really awesome name. And for this video, I'm just gonna show you guys how I play wizard here. Uh, well, I shouldn't have jumped right in there. So I do play a hybrid CM Archon wizard. So let me just run through the skills real quick here. That's S. And so my primary is Living Lightning here. Now, Living Lightning is just a way to get your procs and get your CM working so that you can reduce the cooldown on your Archon. Another thing you could swap this out for is Energy Twister with Wicked Wind. But this uses arcane power, so it's not really recommended. Or you could do it, but you might have to run around a little bit more. Um, my secondary or my mastery skill would be the Archon with Improved Archon. Sometimes I play on a lower MP and then I run with Teleport just to get it over with really quickly. But you can pretty much get away with Improved Archon, especially on the higher MPs. If you can get away with it, you should. Do watch out for stuff like Frozen and maybe Plague. Don't try not to stand in that for too long. So this As for my main skills here, my first defensive one would be the Frost Nova with Deep Freeze. Freeze, so if you hit at least 5 targets, you gain a 15% bonus to your critical hit chance for 12 seconds. I think it's a must here. You know, if your Archon pops out, immediately Frost Nova a bunch of stuff, start gunning them down and get your Archon back up. And then the rest of it, you could swap this out for. I've seen some people use the diamond skin with, I believe it's Prism. Or is it Mirror skin? I always forget. Yeah, I believe it's Prism or Crystal Shell. I think it's Crystal Shell just to keep yourself alive once you fall off Arconia. But I do use the Spark Flint Familiar for additional damage. For my magic weapon, I use Force Weapon. That's for additional damage as well. I'm not so interested in the knockback. You could use Blood Venom as well, just to help you with the Blood Venom, Blood Magic. Use the Blood Magic to recover. Just to add on a bit of life steal. I don't think the others are quite worth it. Yeah, and for the last one, you could run if you're going on lower MPs. You should run Storm Armor with Scramble. I do believe I have that on some other videos. But for higher MPs, I do Energy Armor with Pinpoint Barrier. If your all resist is a bit low, which it shouldn't be if you're going to do MP10 or whatever, but if it is low, you should run Prismatic. And for the passive, I have Critical Mass because why not? Glass Cannon for the additional damage, and Unstable Anatomy just because in case you get hit here, you don't really want to die here. Now you could swap out Unstable Anatomy or Glass Cannon for things like I guess Blur or Temporal Flux or Galvanizing Ward. It really does matter here, but if you're gonna run the hybrid build, you need to have the CM. Everything else is up to you. So let me just quickly run into the fields here and show how it's done. I've been experiencing quite a bit of lag over the past few weeks here, so um, it's it might mess up my gameplay a little bit here, but as you can see, that's how it works. All you do is basically run into a pack, pop your Frost Nova, all your buffs, and just start shooting stuff. Pretty simple thing here. One of the things you can note here is that, like, if you want to take note here, is I wouldn't say it's a pro tip, it's just a tip here. Like, if you see these bulls and they're charging towards you, just hit them with your main weapon instead of your secondary, and it kind of knocks them back here. So I'm just gonna let it fall out of Archon here because I just want to show you. So say that happens here, you pop everything back up and then you go again. it's a pretty simple thing here. If it's nice if you really quick on the keyboard like I am, you can almost pop 1, 2, and 3 simultaneously. So yeah, I'm gonna try and knock this back just to show you. So as you can see, the bulls aren't really too much of a threat here. Uh, this one's gonna charge. Of course, you do have to take into consideration the distance that you are away from the bull as well. If you're too far, don't bother trying to go in and knocking it back. So for some reason I seem to be able to keep it up a lot easier than I would like to, so I'm just gonna pop it off here right now. I'm gonna find a pack here to show you how it's done. So example, you run into a pack like this, pop everything, use your living lightning until you got your cooldowns back to 0, and then go again. So pretty simple here. Sometimes it's a bit hard to keep your Archon up, and a bit hard to regain it back in a single run, which is why I have unstable anatomy. It kind of gives me a little bit more time here, and let's see if I lucky enough to gun down this treasure goblin here. Most of the times I miss the treasure goblins with the Archon build. It's not the worst build to gun down treasure goblins, but yeah, they tend to get away on MP10 for me. My gear's not that fantastic. It's not like Jarek or Archon's kind of gear where they have like super top end items for everything. To the point where they can actually have like 24% movements, 25% movement speed and still be okay. So yeah, that's pretty much the build here. With my set here, as you can see, with Archon, oh god, I do not want to die right now. Let me just clear this out here and get back to town. Alright, so as you can see with my build, I have, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, fully buff, I was up to like almost 1,000. You do need a particular amount of damage, a particular specific amount of damage to do a certain MP. I'm guessing within the 300,000 range or 400,000 range, you can do MP10. Of course, that's provided you have enough health here. Of course, sometimes I do place the standard critical mass build with Wicked Wind and Explosive Blast here. Let me just show you what that looks like real quick here. So I just switch up my gear and change my passive here. So this is how you would run critical mass. You don't really need evocation if you got a really high what do you call it? Oh geez, I am having a total brain fart, I'm sorry. You don't need evocation if you have really high attack speed and crit chance. So I usually don't use evocation here. What I do use is blur, just to give me a little bit more tankiness. Or sometimes I run glass cannon for a little bit more damage here. But you do need a specific amount of damage. So with critical mass, the standard critical mass, there's plenty of ways you want to go about it. You can do cold snap for what you call faster cooldowns in case you're not getting your frost nova up enough. You could go deep freeze if you just want to do, you know, uh, if you're not getting your cooldowns fast enough and you're not doing a pretty high MP, or if you're doing in groups, deep freeze might be pretty okay. But I usually run with bone chill. I think it's just the overall best. I'm not sure what other people think here. For my secondary, I run Diamond Skin. Now, I usually mix it up between Crystal Shell, which is the additional damage being absorbed, or Diamond Shards, just to deal out a bit more damage here. But usually, if I run Glass Cannon, I kind of make it up for it for running by running Crystal Shell. This keeps me alive a lot longer here. For my third skill, I usually put Mastery, Explosive Blast with Chain Reaction. It makes no sense to do anything otherwise. And then for the fourth skill, I use Storm Armor with Shocking Aspect. That's just a huge damage booster here. Primary, I run my Wicked Wind with Energy Twister, and secondary, I do toss it up with the Teleport or the Meteor Shower here. So let's just do a pure damage build and let you see here. So I'm gonna swap this out for do I want to do that? Yeah, that's fine. So this is the build I'm just gonna run with here. Uh, you'll kill stuff pretty quickly here. Once you hit single targets, it's gonna be a bit harder. Normally I don't use the scoundrel here, but so yeah, as you can see, you just kind of spam all your buttons here. It can get pretty tiring after a while, but and if you don't really have a really good computer, it does lag really bad because you're like spamming so many skills at once. But yeah, as you can see, you'll probably survive a lot better here. It's not the best build for solo farming, but and I don't think it's nearly as efficient as Archon, but you can see it works fine here, especially if in bigger when they kind of clump up like this here. Looks like we got a key warden up here. Let me see if I can gun him down here. Normally I run the what they call them, the Enchantress, because I kind of have a little bit too little attack speed here. I could hit the next breakpoint if I went the 3 attack breakpoint. If I went for the what do you call it, the Enchantress here. So that's something I tend to do once in a while. Yeah, normally I run Enchantress with my critical mass because the high attack speed's just a little better, helps you get clear those breakpoints. As for the Scoundrel, I tend to prefer it with the Archon here, just because you know the additional 5 crit chance usually helps quite a bit more with the Archon build, just because you just want a lot of damage on that build. So as you can see, I'm having a bit of struggle here with the Key Warden on MP10. I usually just avoid this, but for the sake of this video, I'll just go show you that it can be done here. Need to pop a health globe right there. Once you get the meteors coming down, you should be fine here, good to go. You obviously don't want to be quite as terrible as me here, letting them run away and shit like that. But yeah, so that was fairly simple, I guess. I'm not sure if I totally forgot if I was running the, yeah. Now you could swap out glass cannon for unstable anatomy just to make sure you don't die to things like that. Again, it's entirely up to you. If you have any questions, just feel free to leave a comment here. And yeah, once again, congratulations to Holy Fudge. Congratulations, my friend, you have won the Witch Doctor set. I've added you in-game, add me up. As for the rest of you, I do thank you guys so much for the support here. 2013 has been a really rough year, and my YouTube channel and my gaming has kind of helped me survive through it, if you would. It's been tough, and I really appreciate the support I have here. You know, I started this channel this year, and it's kind of boomed, really boomed off in a way that I could never imagine here. I didn't expect like more than maybe 10 subscribers, because I didn't expect anybody but then my friends to go and add me in here. But I've got like more than what I could have asked for here. I do hope the channel will grow just a little bit more. It would be nice to see how that would be like here. I will be branching out to a lot more games in 2014. And I'll be doing much more playthroughs, especially the Reaper of Souls one, so do look out for that. Once again here, if you guys want to add me up in-game, my battle tag is all over my channel. Do add me up. Follow me on Twitch as well. I do stream on the weekends, and I do plan to do a lot more streaming on the weekends. So yeah, that'll be all for me for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much once again. I hope you guys had a really good year, at least a better year than I did. And you know, happy new year to everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas, and yeah, that'll be all for me. This is JP signing off for the last time of 2013. Thank you guys so much. JP signing out.